In this lecture, we are doing the graphing of quantitative data sets. In the previous lecture, we did graphing qualitative data sets, and there we did the bar graph and pie chart. And in this lecture, we are doing the graphing of quantitative data sets, and here the methods to graph the quantitative data sets are stem and leaf plot, dot plot, and histogram. So we are doing these things today: stem and leaf plot, how to draw a stem and leaf plot, how to draw a dot plot, and how to draw the histogram for any quantitative data set. Alright, so now the first one is stem and leaf plot, and this is a picture of quantitative data sample in which each numerical value is divided into two components, stem and leaf. For example, 23, 2 serves as the stem and 3 as the leaf. So we divide any number into two components. If it is a 23, we divide into two components, 2 and 3. Okay, so 2 works as stem, and 3 works as leaf. So that's how we divide into two components, stem and leaf. Okay, so these are the steps to make a stem and leaf plots. These steps say the first step to do stem and leaf plot is you separate each observation into stem consisting of all but the last digit. So the stem is all but the last digit, okay, of any number. And the leaf is the last digit. So the leaf is the last digit, and the stem is all but the last digit. Okay, and a stem may have as many digits as needed, but each leaf contains only a single digit. So the leaf has to be the last digit. Okay, and all other digits will be the stem. Now, the second step is write stems in a vertical column with smallest at the top, and then draw a vertical line at the right of this column. Okay, we'll do these steps while solving these questions. So let me first read the third steps. Write each leaf in the row to the right of this stem, right of its stem, in increasing order out from the stem. Okay, so let's construct the stem and leaf plot for this data. So we have 22, 21, 31, 20, 25. This data is given. How you draw the stem and leaf plot? So we first write the stem. Okay, so what we do is we write the stem in a vertical column. We write the stem in vertical column with the smallest at the top. So what is the smallest number in this data? 19. 19 is the smallest number, right? So we write 1. We can write it like stem and leaf. Okay, 1 is the smallest stem because in 19, 1 is stem and 9 is leaf, right? So we write 1, and then 2, because there are some 20s, 20, 21, 22, 20, so these numbers are there. So 1, 2, and the maximum number is 41, the highest number is 41. So we write the stem 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the stem. Okay, so we write the stem in vertical column with the smallest at the top, and then draw a vertical line at the right of this column. So now we draw a line, a vertical line at the right of this column. Okay, and that is the second step. Now the third step is write each leaf in the row to the right of its stem in increasing order out from the stem. So the smallest number is 19, so that goes with 1, because 1 and 9 makes 19. Now let's see how many 20s are there. Like we have any number in between 20 and 29, 20 and 30, like it goes to 2, right? So the smallest one is 20, so 20, okay, and then 21. So how many 21? So we have 121, 221. So we write like this. 1. This one is 2020, 2121. You can put a comma if you like. Okay. So again another 21. We have another 21. So 2020, 2121, 2121. So we got, okay, so let's see. We got 19. So we got 19. And we got 20. We got 21. And we got 21. Okay. So now what else? So we have 22. Do we have another 21? No, we don't have another 21. So we got 21, 221, and now we get 22. So how many 22 we have? We have just one 22. So that 22. Okay, 2 and 2, 22. And then we have 25. Okay, so 25. So we put all leaves with the stem in a row in increasing order. So that's what these steps say. Write each leaf in the row to the right of its stem in increasing order out from the stem. Okay, so that's how we write the leaf. So these are the stem and these are the leaves. So 25. So we have any other numbers? Any other 25? We don't have another 25. We have 26. So we got only one 26. So 26 and 27 and 27. We got two 27. So 27, 27. And we got 28. 28. Do we have another 20? No, we don't have another 20. So we could stop at 28. Okay. So let me erase this comma. We don't need comma there. Okay. Now let's start 30s. Okay, so we have 130, 230, 330. Okay, so we got 0, 0, 0. So we have 330s, and then 31, 131, 32. So we get 132 and 33 and 34. 34, we have 134, right? 34 and 35 and 36. And what else? We got 43 and 38. So we have a 38. Okay. And so these are for 30s, in the 30s line. Now 40, we don't have 40. We have 41. So 41 and 43. Okay, so that's how we cover all the numbers in the data. And this diagram is called stem and leaf plot. Okay, so we write like this. We separate them into stem and leaf. We write the stem and we write the leaf. We write the leaf together with the stem, and in increasing order we write all the numbers that come into that category, that group. Okay, so this is how we draw the stem and leaf plot. Okay, so this is question 1. Now question 2 is the same question, similar question, but we have bigger data. So let's do question 2 for stem and leaf plot. Okay, so we display the data in stem and leaf plot. Okay, so the smallest number here, let's start the smallest number. So we can write stem and leaf, and you can draw a line. You can separate them like this, stem and leaf. Okay, now the smallest number, let's see the smallest number and the largest number. The smallest number in the data is 78. This is the smallest number, so the stem starts with 7. Okay, and the largest number is that 148. 159. 159 is the largest number. Okay, so this is the largest number and this is the smallest number. Okay, so the stem is we can start the stem with 7 because 78 is the smallest number. But when you go to 15, because 159 we have 3 digits number, so this is 2-digit number, right? 78. So 7 is the stem and 8 is the leaf. Now 159 is 3-digit number, so all the numbers, all digit go for stem except the last digit. So the stem has to be 15. Okay, so we write 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, when you start the smallest and go to the largest number, you have to list all the numbers from the smallest stem to the largest stem. It is possible that you may not have some numbers in these group. For example, you may not have any number between 90 and 100, but you still need to write 9, and you need to write all 9, 10, 11, 12 and everything. You don't have, you can't skip any. Okay, you have to go from the smallest to the largest, no matter if you have numbers in here or you have the blank leaf. So if you don't have any number, the leaf is just blank, but you have to list all the numbers. Okay, so that's why I write it from 7 to 15. So in this question we had these numbers for all stem, but in this question we may not have some. That doesn't make a difference, but we have to write all the stem. So you cannot skip any of these numbers when you have the smallest and the largest number. So you have to write all the stem. Okay, so it is just like you have the stem but you don't have any leaf, because you don't have any number, you don't have any leaf, but you have to write all the numbers, all the stem. Okay, now let's count from 7. This is the smallest number, so 78. Now we don't have any number in 80s. You see, we don't have 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 88, 89. We don't have any numbers there. Okay, so that is what exactly I was saying, right? So you may have some or you may not have any, but you still need to write the stem numbers. So the 80 part, these all thing, there's no number here to write, so just blank. 90, there are no 90s. So we don't have 91, 92, 95, any numbers in 90s. So that goes blank. 100, 109. We got some numbers here. 109, 109. Okay. So we have 109. So we have 309. So okay. So let's count. We have 105, 105, 108, 109, 109, 109. Okay. So we have 105, 108, 109, 9, 9. Okay, so these numbers are in 100. Now 110 to 119 goes into this place. So let's see, 110 to 119, how many numbers we have. Okay, so we have let's see, 112. See, we get 112, 112, 112, 112. So we have 112. So 112, 112, 112, 112, and then 113 should be somewhere. 113, if it is there, let's see, 113 is here. So 113, 114, do we have 114? Here 114. Okay, now we don't have 115. We have 116, which is here. 116. Okay, we don't have other 116. 117 is there somewhere. 117 here. 117, right? So 117, 118. Okay, 118. We have another 118, 118, and then we have 119. So we have 119, 119, 119. So we have 119. Okay, so these are from 110's place. Now from 120 to 129 goes into this place. So 120, do we have 120? We don't have any 120. We have 121. Okay, so we have 121. Is there any other 121? 121. So two 121. Okay, so we have two 121. 121, 121. 122. We have 122. 1, 2, 3, 122. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So 122, and now we have 123, 123, 124. We have 124, 1, 2. So we have 124, 124, and 125. Let's see 125 if we have any. We don't have 125. We have 126. So 126, 1, 2, 3, 4, 126. So 6, 6, 6, 6, 126. And now we have 129. Okay, so 129 and 129. So we get two 129. Okay, so 29, 29, 129. Okay, so these are these leave for this group. Now from 130 to 139 goes into this place, to this system. So let's see, we have 130, we don't have 130, oh, we have 130, 130, so 0, so 13 and 0, 130. Now 132, we have 132, and we have 133, right? So we have 132, so we have 132, 133, so now 1 and 2, so 133, 133, okay. And is there any number left in 130? 139, okay. So 139, we have one more, 134. Do we have 134? We have 134 here. Yes, so we have 134, and then we have 139, and we had two 139. I just saw it before. So this is 139, and oh no, just one. Okay, that's fine. 139. So we are done with 130's line. Now 140, we have 145. I saw 147, 148, 140 is there. Okay, so we start with that 140, and then 140, 145 is there, 144 is there, 144. Okay, so 145, 142, 142. Okay, and then we have 144, and 145, 145, and 147, and 148. See, we have 142, I got that, 142, 144, and this is 144, and then 145, and there is another 145 here, and 147, and 148. Okay, and in 150, we got 159. 159. We don't have other number, and we did 78. That was the starting number. Why did we miss 126? So how many 126 we listed? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Oh, so we missed this one. Okay, so 126 is, let's put another 6 here. Okay, so 1, 6, 6, 6, 9, 9. So there are 5, 126, and 9. So this is the stem and leaf plot for this data. So it is little bit like you have to be concentrate on which number you are getting. It is always good if you list them in order, in increasing order first, and then you do it. Then it is easy that you don't forget any number, or you don't miss any number. And after you draw the diagram, you can check if you miss any number. Okay, so like how you can count actually. Let's see, you can count the leaves. You don't need to count all, you just count the leaf, because these leaves, the number of leaves are the number of numbers. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. And there are 47 numbers. And if you count these numbers, you must have 47 numbers. Okay, so I'm not going to count that because we cover all. See, we just got those numbers which we used. So that's how you can count these numbers, and then you can count if you miss any number. Okay, so that is the way to check while you draw the stem and leaf plot. Okay, so now I think I hope that you understand stem and leaf plot. Now let's go to the next one, and the next is the dot plot. The dot plot is a graph of quantitative data sample in which a dot for each observation is placed above its value on a number line. So draw a horizontal line and label it with the name of the variable and mark regular values of the variables on it, and for each observation place a dot above its value on the number line. So we construct a dot plot for the given data set. This is in order. Okay, so this is the smallest number and this is the largest number, 21, 25, 26, and these data. So the process says draw a horizontal line. Okay, so we draw a horizontal line. So you draw a horizontal line for the dot plot. Actually the line is the number line. We make the number line. This is the number line. So we draw a number line and label it with the name of the variable. Okay, so let's see, now we label it with the name of the variable. So here are the numbers, so we can write it. We don't have any what is that for the data set, so we don't have any specific name for this data set. Like if these were the grades, then we could write grades like that. So that's what it says, that write the name of the variable. Okay, so we don't have the name of the variable for this data. And the third step is mark regular values of the variables on it. Okay, so how to mark? We are making a number line, right? So you can start with 20. Okay, because the smallest number is 21. You could start with 21. It doesn't matter. It's not a big thing. You can start with 21 or you can start with 20. Whatever way you like, you can do it. Okay, but the only thing is you shouldn't miss any numbers, right? So that is the thing. And we start with 20 and go up to 45, right? So we do 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, so you can stop at 45 because the maximum number is 45. So you can stop at 45. And then you put the dots. So we have 21, right? So we put one dot above 21. So this is 20, this is 21. So you put a dot above 21. And then 25, 25. So we got two 25s. So we have two dots for 25. 26, we have one dot for 26. 27, we get one dot for 27. 28 is one dot for 28. 30 is one dot for 30. And 36, 36, 36, we have two dots for 36 here. Okay, and then 45, and then we get one dot for 45. So this is the dot plot. So we draw the dot above the numbers. Okay, so we write all the numbers, we draw a number line, and we put dots on top of each number. Okay, now question 4 says homework. Let's not do the homework. Let's not say it's homework. Let's write it practice question. The highway patrol using radar clock the speed of 30 passing motorists at checkpoint. The results are below. Construct a dot plot for the data. And here this data is not in order. Okay, so this is 33 and this is 44. So this is not in order. So we need to figure out the smallest, and then we need to count, just like the one we did here. So we should count. We should count and write. Okay, so let's do it. We have this space here, so let's do it. So we draw a line Okay, and then what is the smallest number? The smallest number is 33. Okay, so yeah, it's 33. So you can start with 30 in the labeling, and then the highest number is 50, I guess, right? So the highest number is 50. So let's do it. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, and now we put the dots. The smallest number is 33. So 31, 2, 3, 33. So one dot. And then we have 35 and another 35. So 235, 235, and then we have 36, 36, 36, 36. So 336. So 1, 2, 3, 36, and we have 37. So 137, and then we have 38. So we have 138 and another 38. So we get 238. So 1 and 2. And 39. We don't have 39. Okay. Or we have any? Oh, we have in 139. So 139. And 40. 1, 2, 240. 1, 240, 41, 41, 41, 341. So 1, 2, 3, 41, 42, 42. So 242. So 1, 2, 242, and 43 is 1, 2, 343. Okay, so 1, 2, 343, 343, and then 44. We get 144, and 45. 45 we have 245. Right, so 1, 245, and 46. We don't have 46. We have 47. Okay, 47. We have 47. We have 147. This is 46. This is 47. And then 48. We have 148, 248. So you get 248. So 1, 2. And then 49. So 149. 149. And 250. 350. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So we just put the dot above the numbers and we draw the dot plot. Okay, so that's how we draw the dot plot, and be careful that you shouldn't miss any numbers. You should write the dot for all the numbers in the data. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Here okay, this question is, there is the dot plot, and look at the dot plot and answer the question. Okay, so the sample of 50 motorists was taken on a highway where the speed limit was 60 miles per hour. A dot plot for each speed is shown below. Answer the question. Answer the following. What proportion of the motorist was speeding? What proportion? Remember what we did for proportion? For proportion, we did divide by the total, right? So divide by total. So what proportion of the motorist was speeding? The speed limit was 60 miles per hour. So any speed above 60 mile was speeding. So how many is above 60 miles? So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there were 9 out of how many? Out of 50, right? Because the total is 50. So we do 9 divide 50. That is the proportion for this question. 9 divide 50, and 9 divide 50 is 0.18. 0.18, so this is the answer. So for proportion, divide by total. Okay, so let me write here for proportion, divide by total. Okay, for proportion, divide by total. And what is the mode for speed? The mode is the highest repeated number. The highest repeated number is 55 because that has more number of dots. Okay, so that is the mode is highest repeated. Mode is maximum number of dots or maximum repeated numbers. Okay, now histogram. A histogram is a bar graph in which the consecutive bars must touch. See, the bar graph we draw for numbers is histogram. And the histogram, the bars must touch each other. That is one property, required property of the histogram. The horizontal scale contains the quantitative data sets in the interval, and the vertical scale measures the frequency. We do just like the bar graph. The only thing is here for histogram, we use the bars which touch each other, and we use bar for the numbers for number interval, and the vertical axis represent the frequency. Okay, there are some steps to construct the histogram, but you can read these steps. I'm gonna do this question, and then you can look at this step by your own. Okay, so I follow these steps and do these questions. Do this question. Okay, let's see. Now this question says the following sample data set has 30 portable global positioning system. So the total is 30. A frequency table is given with classes. Okay. Find appropriate class boundaries and construct a histogram for the data. So we find class boundaries. And what does these class boundaries? See, this class starts at 59 and 114. And this starts at 115. So if we use these numbers, the bars don't touch each other because they look separate, because one starts at 59 and ends at 114, and then the other one starts at 115, right? So they don't touch each other. So to make them touch, what we do is we extend the end numbers. So we extend the boundary. Okay, so how do we do that? So this starts at 114 and this starts at 115. So we do half, we go halfway further for this, and we go halfway that 0.5, we do 0.5 before 115, and we do 1.5 after 114, and we adjust the boundary this way. So let's see this. We go 0.5, we do 0.5 before and after. So this is 58 58.5, we take it to 58.5, we go 0.5, we subtract here and we add here, so we get 58.5 to 114.5. we adjust it like this. Okay, so I think and see, and if we do so for each of these, the bars will touch because we get the same numbers then. So here we have 115, so go 0.5 less, so that is 114.5, and go 1.5 0.5 more, 170.5. see, and then we get 114.5, 114.5. This ends at here, it starts at here, the same number, so they touch each other, the bars touch each other. So that is the boundaries, we're setting up the boundaries. Okay, so we look at these numbers and we figure out which number we subtract and add to the boundaries, we get those same numbers. And so this is 170.5, 226.5, this is 226.5 to 282.5, this again 282.5 to 338.5, again 338.5 to 394.5, and this 394.5 to 450.5. Okay, so these are the boundaries. So we adjust the boundary, and now we have the frequency. Now we can draw the histogram. Okay, so you draw the vertical and the horizontal line, and the horizontal line goes for price. These are the price, right? So this is price. Okay, and you can start here, you can do a little zigzag there, and then you can start at 58.5. okay, so this is a little bit less space there, 58.5, and then you do 114.5, and then you do 170.5, and then 226.5, and then 282.5, okay, 338.5, 394.5, and 450.5. okay, so we put these numbers, we put the levels. Now the first is 58.5 to 114.5, has 5 frequency. Let's write frequencies in here. These are the frequency. Okay, so all these are small numbers, so we write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is from 1 5, right? So this is 5, so we have 58.5 to 114.5 goes up to what? 5, goes up to 5. So get the thickness, exactly the number that covers 58.5 to 114.5. okay, so 58.5 to 114.5 has the height 5. Now the next bar is 114.5 to 170.5, has 8. So this is 8. Okay, so this is the next bar. Now the next one, 6. So this is 6. This is 6. Now 5 is this. So 5, and then 2, 2, 2, and 1, 1, and 3, 3. Okay, so this is the histogram. This is the histogram for this data. Okay, so that's how we draw the histogram. If you want, you can write these numbers, the frequency on top, like this is 5, this is 8, this is 6, this is 5, this is 3, this is 2, this is 1, this is 3. You can write these numbers like this, or it is not required. Okay, so just to indicate that these are the heights of each bar. So this is the process to draw the histogram. So we have to set up the boundaries and the way that each bar touch each other, and then once you set up the boundaries, you just draw the bar graph. Okay, and we put the numbers here in an appropriate way, and then you draw the bar. Okay, now question 7 is given a histogram. Answer these questions. A nurse measured the blood pressure of each person who visited her clinic. Following is a relative frequency histogram for the systolic blood pressure reading for those people as 25 to 40. Use the histogram to answer the question. The blood pressure reading were given to the nearest whole number. Approximately what percentage of the people as 25 to 40 had a systolic blood pressure reading of at least 110 but less than 120? Okay, so this question is what percentage? So we have to find the percentage. And has to be at least 110 but less than 120. So at least 110 but less than 120. See? At least 110 but less than 120, that represent the second bar, right? So that second bar goes up to what? 0.35. And 0.35 is relative frequency. 0.35 is 35%. Okay, so that is 35%. Remember we did 6% as 0.06, right? So that's what we did. So we have 0.35, which is 35%. Okay, now approximately what percentage of people, again percentage, what percentage of people as 25 to 40 had a systolic blood pressure reading less than 120? So less than 120, this is less than 120 and this is less than 120. So these two, right? So this is 1, this is 1. So these two are less than 120. So this is 0.15 and this is 0.35, right? So 0.15 and 0.35 is total 0.50. Okay, so this is 0.15, this is 0.35. So the total is 0.50, which is 50%. Given that 200 people were aged between 25 to 40, so given that 200 people were the total aged between 25 and 40, approximately how many? Now this asks the number. How many had a systolic blood pressure reading less than 130? Okay, less than 130 is these, and these. So there are three bars. So 0.15, 0.35 and 0.25. So 15 and 35 is 50, 50 and 25 is 0.75. But 0.75 can't be the number, right? Because it says how many numbers. 0.75 because the number of people is not in like 0.75 number of people. So that means we need to do something to find out the total number of person. So, excuse me. So what we do is 0.75 multiplied by total to find out the number, and that's what we did in the previous lecture too. In the previous lecture, we did multiply the percentage by the total, multiply the percentage with total, so we get the number, right? So we do the same thing. So we have 0.75, which is 75%. We multiply this by the total, and the total is 200. So 0.75 times 200 is 150. 150 people had less than 130 blood pressure reading. Okay, now the last question is here. It says that this is the histogram, given histogram, and this is the partial histogram. The final grade distribution for an introductory level statistics class with 160 student, the total student 160. No student score below 50. The grading scale is as follows, right? The data for grade D is missing. What percentage of the student receive a grade of D? So we need to find the percentage of the students getting a score of D. So here this data is missing, right? Okay, so first of all, to find the percentage, to find the percentage, we need to divide by the total, right? To find percentage, let me write here, to find percentage, we divide number of students receiving a grade D by total, and then multiply by 100, right? Okay, so how many received a D? So number of students receiving D, a D grade. So how many students got D? See, the total is 160, right? So let's see, this is F, which is 8. This is 8. This is 48. This is 64. And this is 24. Okay, so the total is 160 minus these numbers, right? Because this many got F, or this many got A, no, this is F. So this many got F and C, B, A. So we need to subtract 8 plus 48 plus 64 plus 24, and this is 16. You subtract all these numbers, you get 16. Now percentage is divide 16 by the total 160 and then multiply by 100%, and this is equal to 16 divides 160 is 10, 10 divided 10, 100 divided 10 is 10. So this is 10%. So is there any option 10%? Yes, here 10%. So 10% got D. Okay, so this was lecture 4. Now we are done with lecture 4. For the 5th lecture, in the next lecture, we do the measures of central tendency, which is the mean, median, and mode. So those things we do in lecture 5. So I'll stop here for lecture 4, and we do lecture 5 in the and in there we do mean, median, and mode, and other stuff. Okay, I'll see you there. Thank you.